Oh, Knights of Middle England, we're a jousting team. We also run a jousting school, and we've been going for about 3 or 4 years now, the Knights of Middle England. Myself and some of the guys that ride, we've been jousting for about 10-15 years now. We came together about 3 years ago and thought, let's set up a bit of a modern twist jousting team, something that was a little bit more quirky rather than the heavy horses and rather than the sort of oldie-woldy music. We still have medieval music, but we like a bit of rock and roll in there and sort of like to jazz it up a little bit and a few modern terms, but it gets the crowd going. We tour all over England, or wherever really, Europe. We just got back from Dubai. We joined forces with another jousting company and we went to Dubai in January for the Al Maktoum Challenge, which was like a show jumping event, and we did the jousting out there with another company, which was fantastic fun. We're here at the Royal Show. We're jousting, we're doing 2 shows a day, and we do half an hour to an hour displays, and we use various guys really. The Knights are either actors, they're trained stuntmen, some of them are polo players. I play polo, that's kind of my background. So we also use a few polo ponies as well, which are fantastic for the jousting because they're half trained. So you haven't got hours and hours of being out there and training a horse too used to all the gear, because when you're jousting you've got a lance, you've got to stop quickly, you've got to turn, and the polo ponies work to it fantastically. Also, if you get quite sort of heavy polo ponies, they can also take a lot of the gear and they can take a lot of the weight. And you've got the speed, because if you've got a nice polo pony you can fly down very quickly, and the crowd obviously loves speed. For a little kid that's about 5, seeing a galloping horse flying past them is a lot more impressive than a big heavy Irish giraffe sort of plodding down, a bit slowly. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just we like to use polo ponies. Our main thing is really the jousting school. We do jousting experience days where members of the public come to us in our base in Warwick and we take you through the paces and we do a day experience. So what you do is we give them a safety briefing, we give them a riding assessment, see how much they can or sometimes can't do. Sometimes they haven't even sat on a donkey. They literally have no coordination, and we very, very slowly go through all the stages. We get them holding a lance, training lance. It's obviously not as heavy as it would have been in those days. And we get them hitting small targets, and we build the training up, and by the end of the day they're hitting big targets, spinning round on impact, whether it's at a trot or whether it's those that can ride at a full gallop. We put them in a bit of gear. You can see I'm wearing some costume now, some chainmail and some colours, and just to dress up, it's like dress up heaven. They absolutely adore it. And we put the helmets on and they get the little slits to see out of, and it's just a new type of day. It's a new experience. I think a lot of people out there are wanting to do different things, so instead of bungee jumping even is getting a bit sort of boring now. They want to do different things. So the fact that you can go and be a knight for the day, whether you are a horse rider or whether you're a guy that's never sat on a horse before in his life, can come and be sort of a medieval time for the day, and it's working really well. We do corporate days, stag do's, hen do's. It's good fun.
And they are going to perform what is called the final skill of the Quintain and Challenge.
A lot of people have horses. There's a good market out there, and I think a lot of people would love to do it on their horses. So what we also offer is, if you have a horse and you really think you want to have a go at jousting, then bring it along and we'll see how it goes. It might be an absolute nightmare and run a mile when it sees a flag, but after a lot of time, a lot of these horses, it's just routine. They get used to it. Before you know it, you're galloping around or you're trotting, cantering around with a lance and you're hitting a target. So people can do it on their own horses because they feel safer on their own horses. If not, we have a selection of horses that are very well trained, that we have complete beginners on, and they come out from all sizes, and they will sit on those horses and they will feel confident, and they will be with that horse for the whole day. And by the end of the day, whether they haven't sat on a horse or not, by the end of the day they are at least trotting, if not having a sitting canter, and they're hitting a quintain, which is a spinning target, and they love it. Big smiles on their faces when they go home. One thing with us is we like to do a lot of audience participation. We like to involve the audience. My background is acting, and we like to get, the boys are very vocal. There's a lot of companies out there and a lot of shows that you see. It's a great display and a fantastic stunt move, the guy hanging off the horse. But the audience are just there, and then it's the rider. There isn't any, these guys are going up, the Black Knights stealing beer from the crowd and drinking it, and they're picking them up on their shoulders and running off to the woods, and, and I think it works. I think that, we enjoy it, and then if the audience enjoy it, then that lifts us up even more, and there's a good energy. It works well.
You went for his head, my lord. Let's hear a boo for the Black Knight.
In America, actually, in Maryland, so it's actually the state sport and of Virginia jousting. So it's very, very popular in America, and they actually run leagues. What I'm trying to do here in England, there is a jousting association in England, but there isn't somewhere like a league where you can follow, like the football, follow your favourite team. You know, so the Knights of Middle England are playing this weekend, they're jousting this weekend. Let's go and watch them. You know, they won last week. I'd like it to get that way. I'd love the jousting league to start. So where you go to different areas around the country, people can follow you. And they follow the same night as well. So, you know, if it was the Red Night that they all love, that Red Night is going to be, you know, in Scotland next month, and we're all going to go up and watch him, and 50,000 people turn out, because that's what it was in those days. You know, 50,000 people would turn out and watch a jousting tournament, from the kids to the royals, you know, all eating, drinking, and it would be literally like your modern day football. You'd come and watch your Beckhams or your Ronaldos, and you'd come and cheer on England, so you'd go and watch a jousting tournament.
The dirty peasant sock!
And how did you get hold of that, my lord?
I stole it from the dirty peasant!
And it's up for the back! The Black Knight went to his head.
If somebody wanted to start jousting, they would come to us in Warwickshire. We're based at the Warwick International School of Riding, which is Guyscliffe in Warwick. The Knights of Middle England, we've got a website, it's knightsofmiddleengland.co.uk. Give us a call, drop us an email, and we run dates 2-3 times a month where you can come in a group or corporate group, whatever, and you can come and you literally be a knight for the day. And we do lunch, we do hog roast, we have wenches serving drinks, and it's great fun. Hen do's, we're doing a lot of hen do's, and we're doing a lot of marriages actually. Next year we've got about 10 weddings booked in for alternative wedding receptions. So they're getting married in the usual white wedding and horses, but after the ceremony they want something different. So we've got 6 nights going up to castles and up to lovely county halls, and they're going to do little shows for the guests. So, you know, it's good. It's a good team thing. It's very fun, and I would, you know, open up to anybody to come and see us.